Sir.
Namaste, sir.
Good afternoon, sir.
Namaste, sir.
Namaste, namaste. How are you, everybody?
Fine, sir.
Fine, sir.
Fine, sir. You had lunch?
Fine, sir.
You
Fine.
had lunch?
Fine, sir. Fine.
Yes, sir. We
Also,
have
sir,
You had just lunch or heavy lunch or working lunch?
working lunch, sir.
Working lunch. Good, great. Now, I am asking this for a simple reason. Not as a formality, I'm asking. I'm asking because I'm told to talk to you about soft skills at workplace. And you know that soft skills are many. I do not know how many have been covered so far and what are the soft skills that you have been told about. And for teachers, very particularly, what are the skills that you need? So there are plenty of skills that we talk about, and very particularly for teachers, we need to be very carefully define the life skills for teachers. And these soft skills are very interesting. I tell you, soft skills, very particularly at workplace, means for us, for teachers, soft skills are very, very essential things. Do you agree with this? Okay, if you agree.
yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes,
Yes,
sir.
sir.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
How do you define, how do you yourself say that these are the skills? Skills, what do you mean by, how do you understand the skills means? Soft skills, particularly soft skills mean?
Certain personal or individual attributes that can help us in enhancing interpersonal relations.
One. Please share, please share. There are plenty of soft skills. So we'll select very few which are directly related to teachers. That's my intention of asking this. If you want me to list them, I think I can list like there are several things like it goes on: creativity, appropriate use of humor, confidence, honesty, integrity, friendliness, time management, good manners, enthusiasm, positive attitude, good listening skills. Probably you had yesterday. Stress management, then attention to details, ability to grasp the big picture, self-motivation, common sense, ability to make good decisions, empathy for others, communication skills, willingness to see difficulty in job, willingness to change the direction, ability to negotiate, several things. They all come under soft skills. But we need to know what are the best soft skills that as teachers we can take up. That is my point. That is the reason why I am interested in knowing from you what soft skills you are really interested. One, I could understand. Sachin, did you?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Yeah, you said I could draw only the interpersonal relations from you. Let us see some more contributions by anybody. Anyone here? Further soft skill that you are interested in?
Empathetic.
Empathetic. You think teachers are pathetic?
Some maybe, sir. There are.
So you really mean that? Yes, I consider this also. Let us talk about the second one. Third. What is the third you expect?
Critical thinking, problem solving.
Critical problem solving. Decision making is another very difficult process.
Teamwork skills, sir. Teamwork and creativity.
So that means you know what are the skills required. I'm sure that now that you have the idea about what are the soft skills that are required for teachers. In that case, how do you define these soft skills? How do you define? Because there has to be some definition for every concept that exists. You know, as teachers, we need to know, at least we call it as a functional definition. So how do you define this? Anything from interpersonal relations? Anything from decision making? Anything from empathy, madam?
Sir, these are non-technical skills which helps a person to lead his life very smoothly, being in the society.
Yes, sir. Sachin.
Sir, kind of attributes that that can help us maybe in communicating effectively with other people.
Very good. If you don't mind.
Leading an effective life.
Exactly. Good. If you don't mind, shall I spell out what exactly the definition of soft skill?
Yes, sir. Please, sir.
Okay, in that case, a soft skill is a personal attribute. A soft skill is a personal attribute that supports the situational awareness and enhances the individual's ability to get the job done. I'll repeat. Okay, normally teachers, they repeat. So I repeat, a soft skill is a personal attribute. It's a personal attribute that every individual is unique in this kind of attributes. You cannot generalize this. For example, if I say Sachin or Victoria madam, they are very good in interpersonal relationship. I can't generalize like now both Sachin and madam are same, which means for you, interpersonal relations means something unique. Similarly, empathy for her, it is something unique. Each one of you really understand in your own way. So that is why we call them as a personal attributes. Okay. Like these soft skills are personal attribute that supports the situational awareness. ಸನ್ನಿವೇಶಗಳ ಆಧಾರದ ಹಿನ್ನೆಲೆಯಲ್ಲಿ. I don't know how many of you can really don't understand Kannada, but still there are certain situations I need to tell them in Kannada. If there are people who do not are familiar or do not understand, I'll repeat the same thing in English. The things I repeat in English, I'll just tell them in Kannada. That is only to make them feel, touch, like, the concepts, a very important thing. You feel, you need to touch that concept. So this is an attribute, personal attributes, which supports a situational awareness. That's the reason I asked, how are you? When I asked, how are you, sir? You don't know. These courses nowadays have become really, really fantastic. If I say fantastic, there I am getting good smiles from many people here. Why do you say so, sir? Did you attend any this kind of refresher courses? Did you attend any recently RC or OP courses? Then you would have told not this word, something else. Those days when I started attending this refresher course, probably when it started in 1986, first time when UGC introduced this refresher courses and orientation program, it was in 1986. I had just joined this teaching profession, and we used it was not like competition nowadays for promotion or anything. Those days it was a choice, and I tell you, I enjoyed. There is no question of 2 OP or 1 RC or 1 OP, 2 RCs for my next promotion, for my other promotion, for my say, no, nothing like that. We really enjoyed, because those days these conditions are not there. If you attend these 2 refresher courses and 1 OP, only then you will get promotion. There was nothing like this. So we really enjoyed during those days what these OP and refresher courses are. But once you know that if you make that as compulsory, you know the situations. Okay, so how do you really perceive that situation? What is that situation? OP or RC situation. This is where I'm telling you, awareness of the situations. Awareness of the situations. And it enhances the ability of an individual to get the job done. Very simple way of understanding this. Okay. And for your information, as a psychology teacher, I'm telling you, these personal attributes are directly connected to your emotions. Attributes are directly connected to your emotions. How do you understand the situation? How do you really respond to the situation? It depends on your emotional intelligence, EI, we call it. EI, not EQ. I'm not talking about EQ, emotional quotient. I'm talking about emotional intelligence. Okay, so it depends. How do you really understand the situation? Oh my God, these RCs and refresher courses and orientation program. My God, they're sucking our all energy. One way of expression. Jaisimha is experiencing in a different way. No, sir. These are wonderful experiences. I
It's a
can
good-
see my friends around me with good smiles many times. So they are really good. They are not that or the first one what you have defined. It is up to you. How do you define? Do you agree now? So how do you define the situational and how do you make use of that situation? How it enhances for you or contributes for your success or job gets done. Make use of these attributes. Get your job done. Is the skills that we need to understand. So that way, I told you, these are emotional intelligence. EI, when I say, we talk about soft skills. There are soft skills. Then there must be something like hard skills also. Can anyone tell me what are hard skills? You all know now. You can give the list of soft skills. Now, what are the hard skills then? Have you heard about hard skills?
Yes, sir.
Like in our system, software and hardware, you must have heard. Okay, now we are talking about software, but can you tell me something about hardware? Hard skills?
Yes, sir. Typical degrees that we get. Probably maybe if I'm doing something in computers, I get a degree. So that's the typical hard skill that we acquire. Our degrees, any specific knowledge, technical knowledge that we acquire.
Anything adding? Who will add? Shobha madam, you want to add something?
Technical skills, sir.
He has already told. Anything else?
Yeah.
That,
Mm.
Okay, in one sentence we can say they are the technical ability to perform a specific job. Maybe your degree, maybe your qualification, maybe your training under such and such course. So all these things come under your abilities considered under hard skills. Okay, now we are not interested in your hard skills because you already have them. You have acquired them. Hard skills, it is already there. So we are interested in soft. So further, if you want to understand something about soft skill, normally many times in many contexts, we talk only about the communication skills, empathy, interpersonal skills, creative thinking, or you shift directly to life skills, the 10 life skills that the WHO has given. We are not interested in WHO's life skills now. I am interested in the soft skills, which really help me to flourish as a good teacher. To equip myself the soft skills which are you think necessary or good for a teacher to acquire. So many people know, when you open up your mobile, smartphone or your laptop or system, what normally you search for? What do you think? Oh, this software. Oh my God, I don't have this software in me. This software illari, how do I download this? That software is not there. This software is not there. So you need to upload that software in order to equip yourself, your system. Is it? ಯಾವುದೋ ಒಂದು ಆ್ಯಪ್ ಇರ್ಲಿಲ್ಲ ಅಂತಂದ್ರೆ ಅದು ಬೇಕು ಡೌನ್ಲೋಡ್ ಮಾಡಬೇಕು ಅಂತ ಹೇಳ್ತೀರಿ ತಾನೆ, ಅದಿಲ್ಲ ನನ್ನ ಸಿಸ್ಟಮ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಅಂತ ಯೂಸ್ ಟು ಸೇ ದಿಸ್. ಅದೇ ತರ ಸಿಮಿಲರ್ಲಿ now we need to understand what are the soft skills that I require for my job. Now you're talking in general about the soft skills. Can you just tell me which are the really required soft skills for teachers? ಹೇಳ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದಾರೆ
Communication, sir.
Yes, sir.
ಕಮ್ಯುನಿಕೇಶನ್ ನೆನ್ನೆ ಮಾಡಿ ಮುಗಿಸಿದಿರಲ್ಲ, ಲ್ಯಾಂಡ್ ಸಿಟೀಸ್ ಬಂದಿದ್ರಲ್ಲ. No, before I come, no, this is the reason I told you. This skills, no, it's a very big area, very vast area. We should not repeat the same thing. Amale, you start doing something different. Communication skill, of course, each one will have our own way of approach. But let me touch on that also. But which are the great skills that as a teacher we need?
Understanding our students.
Why do you want to understand?
To know about their capabilities, their interests, their motivation level, attention.
So what? What do you do with that?
Acquiring skills.
What do you do with all those things? Why do you want them?
Sir, time management and leadership,
Uh,
teamwork.
You're all fit for leaders. No, don't worry about that. As teachers, you are leaders only. Teachers, they have that inbuilt quality of becoming a leader. Class ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಹೋದ ತಕ್ಷಣ leader ಆಗ್ಬಿಡ್ತೀವಿ ನಾವು.
Sir, ability to simplify the knowledge for teaching purpose. When we are teaching something, be able to simplify it so that it reaches to the.
You were talking about interpersonal skill. Why did you say that? There must be something in your mind. Like madam, when she says empathy, there must be something in your mind. When he says, Srishal says leadership, there must be something. You know, he is expecting something. I want the leadership andre teacher leadership ಹೀಗಿರ್ಬೇಕು ಹಾಗಿರ್ಬೇಕು qualities of the leadership skills that are required ಅಂತ ಏನೋ ವಿಚಾರ ಮಾಡಿರಬಹುದು. What do you think interpersonal relations means? Interpersonal skills, not relations. Let me not talk about relations. Interpersonal skills. I tell you, you should be very careful about this yes letter. This letter yes is very dangerous here. In English, we have many words where the first letter becomes silent. For example, for psychology, P is silent. Is it? For psychology, to spell P is silent alva. Which other words like this? Can you repeat some words where first letter is silent?
So knife,
Philosophy.
Philosophy.
Tsunami.
Psychology, sir.
That's what I said. First psychologically I said.
DoS, sir.
You know, look at this. Here, if you miss the first one, if you don't spell the first one, there is no problem at all. Still the concept exists. But in skills, if you miss the first letter, the first letter becomes silence.
it kills.
So you need to be very careful. If this yes is missing in your life, you kill things. So in order to keep alive, you need skill. So yes is a must here. Yes is also a very essential thing. Okay, now the most valued soft skills. I will come back to our profession later. I'm just making you enter into this premises first. The most valued soft skills as a teacher you need both, or for just human beings. Ashini madam.
Communication skill.
Matte communication. Again and again you are going to communication only. I don't know,
Emotional intelligence.
Nancy has made so much of impact on you on communication skills.
Emotional intelligence.
Sir, problem solving skills, sir.
Problem solving skills.
And emotional intelligence.
We face lot of problems in life. Sometimes ಬದುಕೇ ಒಂದು ಸಮಸ್ಯೆ. The life itself is a problem. That is why we need to understand these life skills. How life kills us, we need to manage skills. Otherwise, life kills us. Have that approach. Life is beautiful beyond your description. Life is so beautiful, I'm telling you, it's beyond your description. ನೀವು ಎಷ್ಟೇ ಚೆನ್ನಾಗಿದೆ ಬದುಕು ಅಂತಂದ್ರೆ ಅದಕ್ಕಿಂತ ಸುಂದರವಾಗಿದೆ. जैसे आप देखते हैं जिंदगी, वो आपकी वो जो आंख जहां तक पहुंचे उससे आगे भी सौंदर्य है उसमें, सौंदर्यता है उसमें. Okay, now we need to understand the most valued skills that are required for a teacher. I'll just repeat, okay? Did you have anybody an ambition to join as a teacher? Many times you say, no, sir, somehow I got a KSET or net and I applied in this college, that university. I got by chance and I am into this teaching profession. Given an opportunity, I am young. I would like to change my profession. But when you are attending this refresher course means you are not going to change now. You are settled in this job. We have crossed that stage, sir. Now we cannot think of going for any other job. Other than an academic administrator also, there is a possibility, but not as administrators anywhere or not in any companies or anything. It depends on you. So that means this was your ambition. Do you agree? How many of you really agree this as an ambition? This was my ambition. My ambition was to become a teacher. Satya heli noduva. Hige mutkondu. Touch and say, I wanted to be a teacher. Yaru helta illa, papa.
I wanted to be a teacher, sir.
Sure, really? Who, Ashwini is saying this? Ashwini madam is telling this?
Yes, sir.
I can understand there are big cupboards behind you. Lot of files kept there.
Yes, sir.
Lot of files kept there. Okay, if it is the bank,
Yeah.
something different.
Yes, sir.
I'm sure they are not books inside the cupboard. Do you have books in that? Definitely no.
There
Okay.
are the files.
Okay, first thing what I'm telling is, it is connected, my ambition. Ambition
Yes, sir. We have books.
Yes, my ambition was to become a teacher. That is because based on, it's my personal choice. This is what I'm telling you. This is my attribute. We have defined attribute now. So based on the attributes that I have in me, how I have understood myself, based on that, I'm telling my ambition was to become a teacher. So that is fine. Now you tell me, common sense, is it a soft skill or not? Common sense. Common sense, I'm repeating second time. Is it a soft skill or not? It is. It is a soft skill. Most of us, we don't have that. Most of us. We may have, but we are not aware of that. What is it? Gottilla namge. ಎಲ್ಲ ಮಾತನಾಡ್ತಾರೆ ಅಷ್ಟೇ ನಿನ್ಗೇನ್ ಕಾಮನ್ ಸೆನ್ಸ್ ಇದೆಯಾ ನಿನ್ಗೇನ್ ಕಾಮನ್ ಸೆನ್ಸ್ ಇದೆಯಾ ಅಂತ we only talk about this, but common sense is also a skill. It comes under soft skill. We need to, these are the most valued skills ali. Common sense is also another thing. You know, friendliness is another skill. What is this friendliness? Yenappa friendliness? Who can define this friendliness? How many of you are really friendly? How many of you have this attribute, friendliness? I see only 2-3 people smiling, a friendly smile.
So we can getting connected to with people easily.
Nokia antana.
Flexibility.
Good, very good. Flexibility is another skill, soft skill. Very good. Who said that flexibility? I just want to come back to that point.
Sir, Jalendra.
Jalendra, कहाँ जल रहे हो भाई? दिख रहा नहीं आप? हाँ, okay, Jalendra भाई साहब. You understand Hindi or you're from which place?
Sir, Kannada lecture, sir.
Kannada lecture. ಮತ್ತೆ ಎಂತ ಮಾರ್ರೆ ಜಲೇಂದ್ರ ಅಂತ ಬೆಂಕಿ ಇಂದ್ರ. ಬೆಂಕಿ ಮಾರ್ರೆ ನೀವು. ಹೇಳಿ ಏನಂದ್ರೆ ಏನ್ಗೆ ಹೇಳ್ತೀರಿ ನೀವು? ಫ್ರೆಂಡ್ಲಿನೆಸ್.
Flexibility.
ಫ್ಲೆಕ್ಸಿಬಿಲಿಟಿ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಏನಂತ ಹೇಳ್ತೀರಿ? ಕನ್ನಡದಲ್ಲಿ ಹೇಳಿ ನೋಡುವ. What do you mean by this flexibility? Anybody wants to come to class at any point of time, you can free to enter at any time to class. Whenever you want to go out, you can freely go out of the class. This is flexibility.
ಎದುರುಗಡೆ ಇರುವ ವ್ಯಕ್ತಿಯ ಒಂದು ಅವರ ಮಟ್ಟಕ್ಕೆ ಇಳಿದು ನಾನು ವರ್ತಿಸಬೇಕು ಅಂದ್ರೆ ದಟ್ ಅವರ ಮಟ್ಟಕ್ಕೆ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಅದು ಬ್ಯಾಡ್ ಅಂತ ಅಲ್ಲ, ಅವರ ಜ್ಞಾನ ಮತ್ತು ಅವರ ಬೌದ್ಧಿಕ ಮಟ್ಟ ಅದರ ಮಟ್ಟಕ್ಕೆ ನಾನು ಕೂಡ ಪ್ರತಿಕ್ರಿಯೆನ ಕೊಡಬೇಕು.
Shall we use one word? ಅವರ ಸಾಮರ್ಥ್ಯಕ್ಕೆ ಅನುಗುಣವಾಗಿ.
ಹಾ ಸರ್, ಸಾಮರ್ಥ್ಯಕ್ಕೆ ಅನುಗುಣವಾಗಿ. ಎಸ್ ಶೋರ್, ಖಂಡಿತ.
Agreed. Okay. Now we'll go further. There are certain things. I told you situational awareness. There is one more word. Enthusiasm. Have you heard about this? Enthusiasm. ಏನದು? Have you heard about optimism? ಏನ್ ಮೇಡಮ್?
Utsaha.
ಉತ್ಸಾಹ. Optimism.
That is Asha Bhavani.
ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಯಾರು ಇಲ್ಲಲ್ಲೋ? ಕೋರ್ಸ್ ಯಾರು ಅಟೆಂಡ್ ಆಗ್ತಿಲ್ಲ ತಾನೆ? ಆಶಾ ಅನ್ನೋರು ಕೋರ್ಸ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಯಾರು ಇಲ್ಲ ತಾನೆ? ಆಶಾ ಭಾವ ಮತ್ತೆ ಇಬ್ರು 3 ಜನ ಸೇರ್ಕೊಂಡು ನಮಗ್ ಕಷ್ಟ ಆಗ್ಬಾರ್ದು. ಆಶಾ ಭಾವ. ಓಕೆ. ಅವ್ರು ಯಾರೋ ಐ ಥಿಂಕ್ ಶ್ರೀಶೈಲ್ ವಾಸ್ ಟಾಕಿಂಗ್ ಅಬೌಟ್ ಟೈಮ್ ಮ್ಯಾನೇಜ್ಮೆಂಟ್. Am I right?
Yes, sir.
ಟೈಮ್ ಮ್ಯಾನೇಜ್ಮೆಂಟ್ ಬೇಕು ಅಂತ. ಇನ್ನೇನು ಮಾರ್ಯಾರೆ, ವಯಸ್ಸು ಮಾತ್ರ ಕರೆಕ್ಟ್ ಆಗಿ ಹೇಳ್ಬಿಡ್ತೀವಿ ಎಷ್ಟು ವಯಸ್ಸಾಯ್ತು ಅಂದ ತಕ್ಷಣ. ಡೇಟ್ ಆಫ್ ಬರ್ತ್ ಕರೆಕ್ಟ್ ಆಗಿ ಹೇಳ್ಬಿಡ್ತೀರಿ ಇದು ಇದ್ರೆ. Now when you can tell this thing, why you are not talking about why you want to talk about time? Time is same for everybody, all 24 hours. ಮೋದಿಗೂ ಅಷ್ಟೇ ಇತ್ತು, ಮನಮೋಹನ್ ಸಿಂಗ್ಗೂ ಅಷ್ಟೇ ಇತ್ತು, ಶ್ರೀಶೈಲ್ಗೂ ಅಷ್ಟೇ ಇದೆ, ವಿಕ್ಟೋರಿಯಾ ಮೇಡಮ್ಗೂ ಅಷ್ಟೇ ಇದೆ, ನನಗೂ ಅಷ್ಟೇ ಇದೆ. ಇಟ್ಸ್ ದ ಸೇಮ್ ಟೈಮ್ ಫಾರ್ ಎವ್ರಿಬಡಿ. Only thing we talk, it depends on my personal attribute. How do I understand time? How do I manage time? How do I respect my time? So based on that, you can go for time management. There is one more word called confidence in skills. ಏನಿದು? ಮಕ್ಕಳಿಗೆಲ್ಲ ಹೇಳ್ತಿರ್ತೀವಿ, be confident, be confident. And once you join any job, we lose confidence. ಏನ್ ಕಾನ್ಫಿಡೆನ್ಸ್ ಬಿಡಿ ಸರ್, we know that confidence. Then empathy. Yes, we come back to empathy. Okay, this is only, I'm talking about the entry level. Okay. After this entry level, I want to go back to the original form. If you think really, yaru first heldaru, I think Sachin talked about interpersonal skills. Am I right?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Shall we start with this?
Yes, sir.
ಎಲ್ಲರಿಗೂ ಒಪ್ಪಿಗೆನಾ? You agree? Interpersonal. Okay.
Yes, sir.
In between, I may repeat the Lance's topics, communication. Yes, sir? We'll start. Okay. Now, interpersonal skills. How many of you really shake your hands with your colleagues every day? I repeat question. How many of you shake your hands with your colleague saying hello, with just greeting? Forget about principal, because principal will be sitting in his chamber and you chori se jaake say you put signature and run away from that place. I know the situation. Principal our chamber kutkondaga, you will be waiting for an attender to go with some file for signature, and you go behind him hiding, put your signature, disappear from there. We don't even wish principal many times. ಅವ್ನು ಯಾಕಪ್ಪ ಮರೆ ಆತ ಬೆಳಗ್ಗೆ ಅವನೇನ್ ನೋಡೋದು ಕಿರಿಕಿದಾನೆ ನಮ್ಮ ಪ್ರಿನ್ಸಿಪಲ್. Or many times if your good colleague is coming from other departments, why this fellow all of a sudden in front of that too in the morning, I am just entering into the campus and I saw his face. My God, today I don't know what is going to happen to me. ನಾವೆಲ್ಲ ಇಂಥವ್ರೆ. But interpersonal skills is nothing to do with that. That's the reason I asked you. At least can you do from tomorrow? When you go to your, or after this program, when you go back to your college, go back to your working place. Do
Yes,
this.
sir.
I'll tell you, look at the changes that you've experienced. Any comment on this?
We don't shake hands, but we say namaste to everyone as we see in the morning, sir.
That is what exactly I mean. Now you do one thing.
Yes, sir.
So that is because of the COVID. Because of the COVID, we had changed our habit.
COVID has killed many things, not only human beings. and COVID has killed, it's not the natural death, they are premature deaths. They're called premature deaths. Okay, we are not, let us not enter into that other area. Coming back to why we should shake hand is the question. Okay, namaste sir. Why do you want to say namaste like this? Nowadays you can say hi. ಮಾಡ್ಬೋದಲ್ವಾ ಶೋಭಾ ಮೇಡಮ್ ಹಾಯ್ ಅನ್ಬೋದಲ್ವಾ?
ಹ್ಯಾಬಿಟ್ ಆಗ್ಬಿಟ್ಟಿದೆ ಸರ್. ಸಿನ್ಸ್ ನಮಸ್ತೆ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳೋದು ಕೂಡ ಇಟ್ ವಾಸ್ ವೆರಿ ನ್ಯೂ ವೆನ್ ವಿ
If you
ಕೇಮ್
are not
ಇನ್ ಟು ದ
interested in shaking hand,
ಜಾಬ್, ಬಟ್ ವಿ ಅದು ಹ್ಯಾಬಿಟ್ ಆಗ್ಬಿಟ್ಟಿದೆ.
ಅದೇನೋ ಮಾಡ್ತಾರಲ್ಲ nowadays,
ಅದು
when
ಹ್ಯಾಬಿಟ್
ideas
ಆಗಿಲ್ಲ
match,
ಇನ್ನೂ.
when ideas match, even kids do this. ಏನಂತ ಹೀಗೆ ಮಾಡಿ ಅಂತ ಮಾಡ್ತಾರಲ್ಲ, ಏನದು? When you come across your colleague ಅಂತ ಅನ್ಬಾರ್ದ, ಅವ್ರ ಕೈಗೆ ನಿಮ್ ಕೈ ಒಂದ್ ಕೈ shake hand, forget about giving shake hand, because it's a process. If you call it as a process, just say hi, ಬಂದ ಹಂಗ ಹೊಡೆದ ಹೋದ ಅವ್ರ ಪಾಡಿಗೆ. Somebody told me in the process of explaining interpersonal relations ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಏನು ಅಂತಂದ್ರೆ connecting people ಅಂತ somebody said. From among yourself, who said that word, connecting people?
Hi sir, I was the
Sachin
person.
was telling connecting people. ನೀವೇನು connecting Wi-Fi connecting ನಮಸ್ತೆ ಅಂದ ಕೂಡಲೇ it's Wi-Fi connecting. I am talking about which connecting? LAN connecting. Yes, you are right. This matters a lot. See, when we enter into the classroom, normally what do the students say? Good morning, teacher. Heard about this? If not in your colleges, in schools, have you practiced this? Madidira? How many of you really would like to say, in touch with all feelings, I was telling my teacher, good morning? So whether you touch or whether you wish, whether you say like this, what is important is, as Sachin was telling, you need to get connected to people around you. It's a Wi-Fi connection. It's connecting to people. You need to become aware of your surroundings. When your colleague just comes in front of you or somewhere around, if you come across, you need to recognize. Prove that you do really exist. If you want to prove that you exist, say something. Simple way to prove your existence is greet people. You do this, I'm telling you, see the changes. These are the things I'm talking about, skills, soft skills. These are the soft skills which makes your life experience in a different way. Illantala, you can really, okay. Now, these soft skills, particularly we are talking about interpersonal skills, necessary, I'm telling you, are necessary, definitely yes, for relating and working with others. Teachers think that they are working for themselves. Teachers think that my subject, I know my subject. You are from which subject? I am not interested in your subject. I don't know what is your subject. Why should I know? I am from physics. I am from chemistry. I know the global chemistry. I know what is happening in physics. I know what is happening in political science. I know what is in my. No. In that case, how do you say connecting people? So just think, interpersonal skills are necessary for relating yourself to other person, connecting with other person with whom you really work as a team, with your colleagues. Don't you think it's necessary? You are working in a team, you are working in a group, you are working in a college. Then, if that is there, then we'll talk about communication skills, not just communication skills, effective communication skills. ಮಾತನಾಡಲಿಕ್ಕೆ ಎಲ್ಲರಿಗೂ ಬರ್ತದೆ, ಪರಿಣಾಮಕಾರಿಯಾಗಿ ಮಾತನಾಡೋದು ಬೇಕಲ್ವಾ ನಮ್ಗೆ? ಏನು ಬರೀ ಮಾತಾಡಿದ್ರೆ ಸಾಕು? ಹೇಳಿ ಶ್ರೀಶೈಲ್ ಅವರೇ. ಬರೀ ಮಾತಾಡಿದ್ರೆ ಸಾಕ ಇನ್ನು ಪರಿಣಾಮಕಾರಿಯಾಗಿ ಮಾತಾಡ್ಬೇಕು. ಬರೀ ಮಾತಾಡಿದ್ರೆ you will not be called as a leader. ಪರಿಣಾಮಕಾರಿಯಾಗಿ ಮಾತಾಡಿದ್ರೆ you will be identified as a leader. So everybody wants to be effective in his or her communication skills. I want to be effective, prove myself effective. So effective communication skills, and very particularly, not just you keep talking. If you want to be effective communicator, you need to be good. Very rarely we listen to people. Given an opportunity, especially during discussions, everybody wants to talk, nobody wants to listen. Discussion andre ade alva sir. Keep on discussing, keep on talking, everybody wants to talk. No, in discussion, the listener is the greatest communicator. And most of us, we are not listeners. How many of you are good listeners? Agibitide sir, idu online bandaginda we have only become listeners. Alva, don't you think? Online has made you listeners. There is nothing contribution from your side. ಇಲ್ಲಿ interaction ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಇದ್ದಿದ್ರೆ ಆನ್ಲೈನ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಆಫ್ಲೈನ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಹೇಳ್ತಿದ್ದೆ ನಿಮಗೆ. What do you mean by offline and online? Anyway, now listening is also very important thing. Is it just listening and talking? Go back to Victoria Madam's concept, which she has explained, talked about empathy. Can you talk about empathy? Can you just listen about empathy? What is that we need more than this to understand empathy?
Feelings, others, emotions.
Madam, if I say I care for you, what does it mean? Does it mean that means anything for you?
Definitely, sir.
But nowadays people nowadays in your mobile and all TC they say everything.
Take care.
Does it really mean take care? So I'm asking you, what exactly? Siddhapuravare heli Swami, what exactly you mean by? So you need to, you are talking about empathy. I'll come back to that empathy in detail, but I'm just telling you, empathy means normally, which is your subject, Victoria Madam? English?
English and education, sir.
Bitpudi education amil nodante. English, normally this English and literature people know, they say, putting yourself into somebody else's issue.
ಕರುಣೆಗೂ ಕಾಳಜಿಗೂ ತುಂಬಾ ವ್ಯತ್ಯಾಸ ಇದೆಯಲ್ಲ ಸರ್?
ಅಲ್ವಾ ಸರ್? ಯಾರು ಮಾತಾಡ್ತಿರೋದು?
ಸರ್, ನಾನು ಜಲೇಂದ್ರ.
ನನ್ನ ಮೇಲೆ ಕರುಣೆ ಇರ್ಲಿ ಜಲೇಂದ್ರ ಅವರೇ. ನಿಮ್ಮ ದರ್ಶನ ಅವಾಗ ಆದ್ರೆ ಹಂಗೆ ಕರುಣೆ ಇರ್ಲಿ ಸ್ವಲ್ಪ. You are right. There is a lot of difference. This is what exactly I want to arrive at the concept of empathy. Arriving at empathy is a very difficult task, because unless it is not just communicating, or it is not just listening or effective communication, it includes expressing. It includes expressing what a person is experiencing, or what a person is undergoing. You need to experience that, then express. Not only experience, you need to express that. Am I right, madam? Only then we call it as empathy. We'll go into the details of empathy later stage, but now we are into interpersonal skills. What are those things? Further, when it comes to interpersonal skills, ability to give and receive. Jalendra avare kodu tagaludike.
Answer.
Ability to give and receive what? It's feedback. ಏನು ಕೊಡೋದು ಏನು ತಗೊಳ್ಳೋದು ಅಂತಂದ್ರೆ ಫೀಡ್ಬ್ಯಾಕ್ ಏನಂತೀರಪ್ಪ ಕನ್ನಡದಲ್ಲಿ?
ಸರ್, ಹಿಮ್ಮಾಯಿತಿ.
ಅಭಿಪ್ರಾಯ.
ಹಿಮ್ಮಾಯಿತಿ.
ಲಿಟ್ರಲ್ ಟ್ರಾನ್ಸ್ಲೇಷನ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಾರೆ ಮೇಡಮ್, ಕಷ್ಟ ಇಂಥವೆಲ್ಲ ಟ್ರಾನ್ಸ್ಲೇಟ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ರೆ. Okay, but anyway, I agree with this. Okay, feedback. ನಮಗೆ ಕೊಡುವಂತ ಮಾಹಿತಿಯನ್ನು ನಮಗೆ ಅದರ ಬಗ್ಗೆ ತಿಳ್ಕೊಂಡು ಮತ್ತೆ ವಾಪಸ್ ಹೇಳಬೇಕು ಅಂತ ಹೇಳ್ತೀವಿ ನಾವು. ದಟ್ ಈಸ್ ವಾಟ್ ಈಸ್ ಫೈನ್. ಬಟ್ ability to give and give this ಮಾಹಿತಿ feedback is a very difficult task. For that you need to listen. For that you need to communicate. For that you need to express. So for this we call it as ability is required. Everybody cannot do these things. ಪರಿಣಾಮಕಾರಿಯಾಗಿ ಹೇಳ್ಬೇಕಾ, ಐ ಕೇರ್ ಫಾರ್ ಯು. ನೋ, ಐ ರಿಯಲಿ ಕೇರ್ ಫಾರ್ ಯು. ಎಷ್ಟು ವೆರೈಟೀಸ್ ಇದೆ when you talk say about expressing. So it depends on your expression also. Okay, then along with all these things, being able to work well in groups and teams. ಸಹೋದ್ಯೋಗಿಗಳೊಂದಿಗೆ ಅವರ ಸಹಕಾರದೊಂದಿಗೆ you should be in a position to work. It's able to work, ability to work. Now touch here, talk to yourself. How many of you are really good in working with your colleagues? yahan se, dil se. Very rarely we get. Very rarely. Normally ಅವೇನ್ ಮಹಾ ಏನ್ ಆರ್ಟಿಕಲ್ ಪಬ್ಲಿಷ್ ಮಾಡಿದಾನಂತೆ, ಏನ್ ಮಹಾ ದೊಡ್ಡ ಹೇಳ್ಕತಾನೆ ಅವನು. ನಂದು ಕೇರ್ ಜರ್ನಲ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಬಂದಿದೆ, UGC ಕೇರ್ ಜರ್ನಲ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ. ಅವನ್ ಯಾವ್ದೋ ಡಬ್ಬ ಜರ್ನಲ್ ಪಬ್ಲಿಕೇಶನ್. How many publications here? They are all local publications. I have international publications. Have you heard about people telling like this? I have 200 papers published. ಅವನ್ ಇನ್ನ ಈಗ 10-15 ಮಾಡಿದ. ಅದು only for CAS promotion ಸಲುವಾಗಿ. See, when you are working in group or teams, respect for other individuals. These are soft skills I am talking about. ಎಲ್ಲಿ ಡಿಗ್ರಿ ಕೊಡ್ತಾರೇನ್ರಿ ಎಲ್ಲಾದ್ರೂ? ರೆಸ್ಪೆಕ್ಟ್ ಕೊಟ್ಟಿದ್ದಕ್ಕೆ ನಿಮ್ಗೆ ಏನೋ ಡಿಗ್ರಿ ಕೊಡ್ತಾರ? ದೇರ್ ಇಸ್ ನೋ ಸತಿ ಹಾರ್ಡ್ ಸ್ಕಿಲ್ ಏನು ಇಲ್ಲ ಇದಕ್ಕೆ. They are all classified under soft skills. So being able to work well in teams and groups is another good quality which is required for your interpersonal skills. Okay, now these are 4 points I am discussing with you. Now if I ask you a question, what are the benefits of these interpersonal skills? Why should we have interpersonal skills? ಯಾಕೆ ಬೇಕ್ರಿ ನಮಗೆ? ನಮ್ಮ ಪಾಡಿಗೆ ನಾವಿರ್ತೀವಿ, ನಿಮ್ ಪಾಡಿಗೆ ನೀವಿರಿ ಅಲ್ವಾ? Why do you need them? What is the importance of them? What is the significance of having this interpersonal skill? जियो और जीने दो. जियो अंबानी, जियो दो आदानी. What do you mean by this? जियो और जीने दो. ಬದುಕು ಮತ್ತು ಬದುಕಲು ಬಿಡು ಅಂತ. ಏನಿದು? Live and let live. People in English literature people live and let live ಅಂತ ಹೇಳ್ತಾರೆ. Let live ಪ್ರಶ್ನೆನೇ ಇಲ್ಲ. There is no question of let live now. It is only live. We don't care for others. We don't bother about others. Ultimately, it's me, 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 me. So much selfish we have become. And this selfishness you refer only through hard skills. The people who do not have soft skills will focus on hard skills. You understand now? So what are the benefits of this? What are the benefits of personal relations? What are the benefits of professional relations? At least forget about personal relations. Let us come back to professional relations. Under interpersonal relations, I'm talking about, under the heading of interpersonal relations, I'm discussing about the benefit of soft skills. Interpersonal soft skills. Personal relationships, Andre, okay, let us not talk about personal relations. Let us talk about professional relationships. ಏನಪ್ಪ ಇದು professional relationship?
It can increase our efficiency. It can provide a kind of a cordial environment where we are working. We can work together. that may result in better output results.
Hmm. What else? Please contribute. Jai Prasad or Iddara? Is Jai Prasad there or only picture we can see?
No, sir, I am here only, sir. I am here only, sir.
I'm interested in you also. Okay, if I convert this interpersonal relations under soft skills, to put this for teachers very specifically, if I say skills for handling professional challenges, how does it sound to you? Skills for teachers, okay, for handling professional challenges. Now you will know what are the professional challenges. Now everybody will start talking about NEP now. Professional challenge. So before I want to go for that NEP as a professional challenge, I just want to discuss about these things. What are the professional challenges you come across? Apart from NEP, NEP we'll discuss later. Professional development challenges. Interpersonal relations ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಹೇಳ್ತಾ ಇರುವಂತ. You have no idea? Professional development issues and challenges of present day teachers. It can be assistant professor or associate professor or professor or senior professor or emeritus professor, any professor, anybody for that matter, I put inverted commas, teacher. So how do you, what are the professional challenges, issues and challenges? Have you made any list? What are the challenges that now you are facing?
Sir, employee recognitions.
ಎಲ್ಲಿದ್ದೀರಾ? ಯಾರು ಚಂದ್ರಶೇಖರ್ ಅವರ? ಚಂದ್ರಕಾಂತ? ಯಾರು ಹೇಳಿದ್ದು?
Jai Prasad, sir.
Jai Prasad. What you said? Reply. Can you repeat?
Employee recognition, sir.
Okay. You want designation or a teacher as a teacher?
As a teacher, sir.
As a teacher, you definitely have recognition. Maybe as assistant professor, as associate professor, as a professor, if you want that identity, it is very difficult. Identifying an individual with designation is different than identifying an individual as a teacher, is different from identifying an individual as a teacher, as a professor with designation, or as an individual, as a human being. Which one you want? If it is under soft skill, then you are understood as an individual first. I want to know Jay Prakash means not his qualifications, not his designations. Alva Swami?
How's sir? How's sir?
So these challenges are very important things. ಯಾವುದಕ್ಕೆ ನಾವು which one we need to consider it as a issue, which one we need to consider as a challenge, and how do we progress in developing these things. ಹಾಗಾಗಿ we'll just see a teacher is seen. I'll just for the convenient Jai Prasad avarge to answer his question. The teacher is seen as the sole key agent in successfully bringing out the change in education. ಶಿಕ್ಷಣ ವ್ಯವಸ್ಥೆಯಲ್ಲಿ ಬದಲಾವಣೆ ತರಬಯಸುವ ಒಬ್ಬ ಸಾಮಾನ್ಯ ಮನುಷ್ಯ. A teacher. ತರ್ತೀರಾ, ತಂದಿದ್ದೀರಾ, ತರಬೇಕಂತೀರಾ, ತರ ಬಯಸ್ತೀರಾ? So it depends on you. Okay. But changing the teacher hyphen changing teacher and the development. A very difficult task. I am using these words. This is the most neglected area. What except this RC and OP, what other things you have for skill development? Anybody has an answer for this? Other than this OP and R says, what are the teacher development activities that you think of?
So seminars, workshops,
Conference,
conferences,
symposium,
participation.
symposium.
Yes.
ಅಲ್ವಾ ಇವೆಲ್ಲ ಬರ್ತವೆ. ನಾನು ಕೇಳುದಿಲ್ಲ, ಇದು ಕೇಳಿದ್ರೆ again you ask, ಇವ್ರು ಯಾಕಪ್ಪ ನಮ್ಗೆ ಇವೆಲ್ಲ ಮತ್ತೆ ಕೇಳ್ತಾರೆ ಅಂತ. How many seminars you have attended? How many conferences you have attended? How many ಇವೆಲ್ಲ ಕೇಳಿದ್ರೆ ನನಗೆ ಮತ್ತೆ ನೀವು ಸ್ಟಾರ್ಟ್ ಮಾಡ್ತೀರಿ. Don't ask such questions. Do you think, no, this is what I am telling you. These are our challenges. We are interested in going, attending conferences, seminars and all, fine, sir. But who will sponsor us? ಎಲ್ಲದಕ್ಕೂ ನಾವೇ ಕಾಸು ಹಾಕೊಂಡು ಹೋಗ್ಬೇಕಂತಂದ್ರೆ ಎಲ್ಲ ಆಗ್ತದೆ. NEP ದಲ್ಲಿದೆ, so many people, you could have asked this NEP. ಇಷ್ಟೆಲ್ಲ ಮಾಡಿದ್ರಿ, training and development also. Add some funds for colleges and UGC sponsor the teachers at least in a year, 3 to 5 conferences and seminars. The college should sponsor. Has anybody asked? ಹೇಳಿಲ್ಲ ಯಾರು, ನಮ್ಗೆ ಯಾಕೆ ಬೇಕು ಬಿಡಿ ಸರ್ ಅದು NEP. ಎಸ್ ಯಾರೇನು ಹೇಳ್ಬೇಕಾ? ಇಲ್ಲ. So I am telling you, teacher education, teacher development, teachers challenges, teachers issues are neglected areas of change plans. Teachers are into the neglected area. I am just telling you straight. For promotions, you have very strict guidelines. ಇಷ್ಟ ಆಗಿರ್ಬೇಕು, ಇಷ್ಟ ಆಗಿರ್ಬೇಕು, ಇಷ್ಟ ಆಗಿರ್ಬೇಕು, ಅಸೆಸ್ಮೆಂಟ್ ಪೀರಿಯಡ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಇಷ್ಟ ಆಗಿರ್ಬೇಕು, ಹೀಗಾಗಿರ್ಬೇಕು, ಹಾಗಾಗಿರ್ಬೇಕು. It's a challenging task. It's not that everybody simply gets everything what he wants. Now, what has changed? The views about new editions. If you come back to NEP as such, I'm not discussing about NEP. NEP as a new challenge, where the greater focus is given on the individual's role and responsibility of a teacher. I think, I hope you have, everybody, you have knowledge about this NEP, what it focuses on. Yes or no? Don't tell me only in terms of number of hours of working. NEP talks only about number of hours. No, NEP also, there's a great focus on individuals' role and responsibilities of the teacher. Have you read this? How many of you have read NEP completely? Ata. Ata, how many of you have read? ನೋಡ್ರಪ್ಪ, ಯಾರದು ಯುದ್ಧ ನಡೀತಾ ಇದ್ದಂಗೆ ಕಾಣ್ತದೆ. Okay. Any idea? There is something called accountability. There is something called accountability. Accountability is a soft skill. There is something called autonomy. Autonomy is a soft skill. How do you explain all these things as challenges? And for teachers, I'm telling you, a teacher is a lifelong learner. Agreed? How many of you really accept this? A lifelong learner. Student learns only till his master's degree, or at the most till he completes his PhD. But for teachers, ಕೊನೆ ದಿನ ರಿಟೈರ್ಡ್ ಆಗೋವರೆಗೂ you need to learn. And ರಿಟೈರ್ಡ್ ಆದ್ಮೇಲೆ ನಿಮ್ಮನ್ನ ಯಾರು ಕರೆಯೋದಿಲ್ಲ, ಯಾಕಂದ್ರೆ ರಿಟೈರ್ಡ್ ಆದಾಗ ನೀವೆಲ್ಲ ಕಲ್ತಿದ್ದೆಲ್ಲ ಹೇಳ್ಬೇಕು ಅಂತೀರಿ. ಸ್ಟೇಜ್ ನಿಂತ ತಕ್ಷಣ you many times you hesitate to call a retired teacher on the stage, no? For a simple reason that he will not leave the stage. Alva? Yake antandre, he has learned so many things throughout his life. As a teacher, he was a good learner. He was a lifelong learner. How many of you are willing to do this lifelong learnership? This is another soft skill which is to be acquired by a teacher. How many of us have acquired this? Learning is a continuous ongoing process for a teacher. Continuous ongoing process for a teacher. And probably in education, we say they are all personalized for individuals. Learning is personalized. Volunteerism. Volunteerism is another skill that you need to think about. And most of us, we talk only about ICT, 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 ICT. What is this ICT? It is useful only for us to be online, that's all. And our whole focus was on ICT throughout. In the last 5 years, if you just go even before this COVID also, we were into this ICT. I want my classroom to be a smart classroom. Whether teacher is smart or not, nobody knows. But classroom has to be smart. It is not just a classroom. The board, we have all learned, I think you also have learned through blackboard. At the most whiteboard using pens. ಈಗ no blackboard, no whiteboard, only smart board. वो classroom नहीं, जिस classroom में smart board नहीं है. NAC will come and assess these things. How many smart classrooms you have? How many smart boards you have? Based on that, will assess. You must be having already smart boards, smart classrooms, if you have gone through NAC. Alva? Teachers, I don't know, what is that? Teachers, personal development. Who has cared for this personal development? At the most, personal development, when it comes, they start asking you how many papers you have published. Ultimately, it boils down to that only. Do you think that is a professional and personal development? It's very difficult questions I am asking, but answering may be difficult for you. I am just asking question because this comes under soft skills. You may answer, you need not answer also. Soft skills are like this. You may feel, you may not feel. You may experience, you may not experience. Because they are soft skills. If it is hard skill, then we start verifying. Verification starts. For soft skills, there is no verification at all. Okay. Now, if you just look at the issues for NEP in India. NEP in India. Anyway, I don't know how many of you really try to understand this. If I make a statement like this, I may be wrong. I may be wrong. I agree. I may be wrong in making this statement. Because I'm making this as a public statement in front of you all as a teacher. I'm making this statement as a teacher. In NEP, no clear and common understanding about the challenges in professional development is made. I repeat, no clear and common understanding about challenges in professional development is marked in NEP. 460 page ide, 460 plus pages NEP. An abstract of that is for 63 pages. Hopefully you have seen it, both English and Kannada, it is there. Wherein no clear common understanding about the challenges in professional development is focused. So what skills do we acquire in that case? One they have mentioned, that is called as mentoring. Mentoring. What is this mentoring? ನಾ ಹೇಳಿದಾಗ ನೀವು ಕೇಳಿಸ್ಕರಿ ಅಷ್ಟೆ. ನಾ ಹೇಳ್ದಂಗೆ ನೀವು ಮಾಡ್ರಿ. ನಾನಿರುವುದೇ ನಿಮಗಾಗಿ. Think of this. Further, when I'm talking in terms of NEP with reference to NEP, somebody was talking about recognition. It is not only individual recognition. I'm talking about lack of official sanction and recognition. Think in terms of official sanction recognition. Lack of systemic support. ವ್ಯವಸ್ಥೆ ನಿಮಗೆ ಏನು ಸಪೋರ್ಟ್ ಮಾಡಿಲ್ಲ ಅದರಲ್ಲಿ ಸಾಫ್ಟ್ ಸ್ಕಿಲ್ಸ್ ಏನಾರು ಇದೆಯಾ ನೋಡಿದೀರಾ? ಏನು ಇಲ್ಲ. ಲ್ಯಾಕ್ ಆಫ್ ಸಿಸ್ಟಮಿಕ್ ಸಪೋರ್ಟ್. Shortage of human and material resource. They say we are going to recruit around 13,000 teachers in this year. Whereas they have removed 9,000 teachers. 13,000 teachers. What is there for a teacher to get motivated in this teaching and learning process? Is there anything for anything which is directly connected to motivation? Motivation as a soft skill. Have you come across anything as a soft skill for motivation? Low teacher motivation. There is nothing included for teacher motivation. We need to enhance the motivation of the teachers. ಕನ್ನಡದಲ್ಲಿ ಏನಂತೀರಿ ಮೋಟಿವೇಶನ್ಗೆ? ಪ್ರೇರಣೆ, ಅಭಿಪ್ರೇರಣೆ, ಜಯಪ್ರಸಾದ್ ಅವರ ಪ್ರೇರಣೆ, ಜಯಪ್ರಸಾದ್ ಅವರ ಪ್ರೇರಣೆ, ಜಯಪ್ರಸಾದ್ ಅವರು ನಮಗೆ ಪ್ರೇರಣೆ ಕೊಡ್ತಾ ಇಲ್ವಲ್ಲ?
ಸರ್ ಇಲ್ಲ ಸರ್, ಕೊಡ್ತಾ ಇದೀನಿ ಸರ್, ಖಂಡಿತ.
ಮೂರನೇ ಸಲ ಹೇಳಿದ್ಮೇಲೆ ಜಯಪ್ರಸಾದ್ ಅವರು. So we will talk now. I think I was instructed. I had a warning now. It's a tea time, sir. Time agoytu, sir. Tea break. So tea break. We'll go back for tea break for I don't know for 15 minutes. ಸ್ವಲ್ಪ ಬೇಗ ಅಸೆಂಬಲ್ ಆಗುವ. ಟೀ ಏನು ಅಲ್ಲೇ ಕೂತ್ಕೊಂಡು ಕುಡಿಬೋದಲ್ವಾ ನೀವು? Wherever you are sitting, you can have tea there only. And I'm not taking class. It's just a discussion. Hope it's just a discussion, is it?
Yes, sir.
It's a
Yes, sir.
chai pe charcha kind of thing. It's a chai pe charcha kind of thing. Tea break along with tea break. But these people are very formal. So we'll come back. We'll come back and see the soft skills which are required at the workplace. Okay? The soft skills required at workplace. Shall we break for tea?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Thank you.
Okay, sir.
Okay, sir.
Dear participants, please join the link at 3:40. Okay, sir. No.